Hi, everyone. This is Marilyn Bradford, and I would like to welcome you to my Left Turn podcast. What is your left turn? Writing a blog, parenting in a different way, letting go of the old because you are aware of something greater. Left turns are choices we can all make. It's about a willingness to step into the unknown in any area of your life, to trust yourself, to risk creating or trying something new. It's about letting your true uniqueness shine. The greatest people who have lived, artists, statesmen, writers, explorers, musicians, have all been people willing to turn left. What capacities do you have that you have not acknowledged? What would your life and the world be like if you were willing to turn left? Welcome, everyone. I'm Marilyn Bradford, and this is another edition of the Left Turn podcast. And I have with me today an amazing woman that I've actually known for quite a few years. She lives in Australia, and she's taken on some real challenges in an area that a lot of people would never have taken on, and that's in grief and dying and all that goes with it. And she has such a completely different way of approaching things. I've always been completely impressed. So please welcome Wendy Mulder, and I'll just read a little bit about her. Wendy Mulder has spent decades walking alongside people through the most challenging chapters of life. From caring for her own mother to supporting others, she knows the quiet strength, the unspoken exhaustion, and the deep love that often comes with caring. A former registered nurse, Wendy has authored 2 books, Learning from Grief and Dying Happy, The Gift of Choice. She's a certified access consciousness facilitator. So welcome, Wendy.
Oh, welcome. Thank you, Marilyn. Yay. Yes.
So glad you could make it in the early Australian morning.
Yes. In Australia, like half of the morning's already gone at 7:30 in the, I think it's 7:30 in the morning, but it's so lovely these days. Yeah, early mornings are beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, they are so cool.
So I just know from your being that you've taken a lot of left turns, that you've trusted what you know to be, you knew or know to be true for you, regardless of the direction other people have decided you should be taking. So can you talk about some of your larger left turns and what they created for you?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think one of the big ones that's always come up for me is to remember to trust myself, no matter what's showing up anywhere in, my life. And I sort of fell into the whole, grief, death and dying, sort of through my nursing years, and then looking after my mother, and that really, and my father, and my dear friend. And the one really big thing that came up really clearly for me was choice. We have we have a choice, and it's not about obligated or it's something I have to do or something I should do. It's like we have a choice of what's going to work. And just those simple tools for me of trusting myself, knowing I had choice and following my knowing, has really helped me in so many ways. And it sort of allowed then for a space, a relaxation of where I could be okay with being me. And in regards to my mum, she still had her choices available. I wasn't in this superior role that I knew what was best for her. She still had choice with what was going on for her. And then I suppose, and that's where I got to write my second book, Dying Happy, The Gift of Choice, because I saw how those beautiful tools really allowed for different possibilities to show up, where I was really acknowledging my time as well as her time. And then I continued on, and I suppose another big left turn for me was when my husband died, and it was one of those ones where he went out one morning on his motorbike and he didn't return. And so that was that was a big one, in the sense of too, like, he wasn't found for over a week. And so there was a lot of trauma and drama, as you can imagine, heaps. And there was lots of police, there was lots of media, there was lots of family. And I had my own knowing. I was still trusting of me. And that really showed up on a whole different level for me. It was so interesting seeing the difference of how you can go straight into close down, lock up, contraction, and or you have another choice of where you can actually be present, you can actually allow yourself to receive. And in grief, receiving is not known of.
Can you say more about that?
Yeah, because in grief, from this reality, what we've all learnt to do is to contract down.
Yes.
Hold on to the grief.
Yes.
Hold on to the sadness, hold on to the pain, hold on to the trauma, because at least that way we think we're not going to lose that person.
Wow.
Yeah. Where there's actually this other whole possibility that's there. They're not here anymore. That person's not here anymore. And if you want to actually have more connection and communion with that person who has gone but hasn't gone, like his physical body's not here anymore, the more that you can be willing to just be present with you, be willing to receive the possibility, just be willing to receive and expand out and have that vulnerability, have that gratitude, have that vulnerability, have that allowance, have that honor, allows for wherever that person's gone to know that you're okay and they're okay, if that makes it any sense.
Wow. Yes, that's big.
That's big.
Yes.
Yeah. And so that was huge. And then it gave me, once I had that awareness, it then gave me the ability to be able to deal with everything else going around. Because that's the other thing, was everyone's coming to your house and everybody's got their own grief.
Yes. And their own agenda for it, I think, how it should be done.
How it should unfold, and just all of the different thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And it was that one of actually choice, 10 seconds of like, oh, okay, this is going on. What can I choose here now? Knowing and just knowing that you're going to be okay, and that wherever that person is, or yes, of course, I mean, I had heaps of, sadness and crying and all of that, but not to, it was so interesting, because I could see how quickly you could just go straight over there into the hole.
Yes.
And that's where you could stay, because you had 99% confirmation of that's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Yeah. And so they were some big ones. And then just choosing, like, to travel and have that bit of space for myself as well, in amongst all of this. And yeah, and just I think the big thing constantly is just to remember that whatever anyone's got happening, or whatever, emotions or thoughts or interactions or reactions are going on, not to take it personal.
Oh, that's a big one. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure there was a lot of judgment for and against and all of that with all of that was going on.
yeah, yeah, because it sort of just brings out, as you know, Marilyn, the whole thing with grief and death and dying and living, just brings out a whole lot of stuff for a whole lot of people.
You talk about choice a lot, and choice is not something that most people believe they have,
No.
particularly in situations like the kinds of things you've been through. This is an odd question, but do you have any sense of when you first realized you had choice? I mean, growing up, I didn't think I had choice. It wasn't
Yeah.
till later that I realized I did, and what choice means to you. And because it seems to be a real key to you and your life and how you've created things.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. It keeps unfolding, Marilyn.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps, I mean, yes, I didn't either. Like I didn't realize I had choice, as a kid either. And it was, it just can, it's like every choice I make gives me more awareness of choice.
So just start choosing, folks.
Yeah, just start
Yeah,
choosing. And because how much were we told that this is the way you have to do it,
exactly.
this is the way you need to go. And my only my that's with me, it's like, oh well, it's like with every choice that I've made, I receive more relaxation.
Oh,
I receive more joy. And
uh-huh.
I'm like, what? Uh, and and now I'm so much more aware with, being a 3-day body facilitator with Access Consciousness. I'm so much more grateful for my body
Mm,
and the different energy that it will show. Like if
mhm.
something's really contracted, or, and I'm going to aware as if, oh, I choose that. Oh, that's light. Oh, okay, I'll go there. Have no
Yeah.
idea what it's going to look like. But keep. So my recommendation to everyone is just, what if there was no right or wrong choice?
Yes.
Just keep choosing. Just keep choosing. And with every choice, you're creating your future.
Yes.
It, you're creating your future. Um, and I really got that the other day, so much more. I was like, because I was looking and I was like, where am I going for my future? Or, what, the next 5 years. And it was like, no, what if just every 10 seconds or every moment or whatever every different choice I'm making in my day is
Mm-hmm.
actually creating my future.
Mm-hmm.
And 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 keep coming back to trusting of what that that foundation of peace, really, with being who I be in
Yeah.
amongst everything else, and not making anyone else greater than me,
Mm-hmm.
um, and just remembering the gift that I be for me.
Mm-hmm. I love what
Yeah.
you said about choice creating your future, because that's so different than what most people, okay, here's my 5-year plan, and here's how I'm going to carry it out. And you really close down all the possibilities in your life that way.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And to me, it was just like, oh yeah, okay, cool. We are we're so energetic. We're
Mm-hmm.
so energetic beings, aren't we? And
Yes.
and we have and then, we have this beautiful body and we have our being, and just the connection of all of it and what we can be, and for ourselves, but for anyone else around us. Yeah. And so the other left turner, I suppose, is I'm actually from My Dying Happy, the Gift of Choice. I'm actually putting together a carer's course, a one-day carer's course. Yeah, and then the second day they learn the bars, and it's basically a way to give more ease or show people that they don't have to be so exhausted, stressed out,
Right.
depleted and all of that. What if it could be something totally different with looking after someone?
That's amazing, because so many people require that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just that, just, wow, we have these tools, and why not use them and see? And the more and more, I mean, because I've been doing access consciousness for a long time, like you, Marilyn, they seem to work really quicker these
Yes,
days.
they do.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can just change it up. And I think the other beautiful left turn for me too is getting to really enjoy the beautiful nurturing of seeing the magic of the body, of our
Wow.
body.
Wow.
Yeah, oh gosh, I get so excited just even thinking about it.
Well, and that's so interesting that you work so much with death and dying, and yet that it doesn't depress you. It doesn't.
No.
Such a different approach, Wendy. Can you just say a word or two about how your approach works? I mean, that's putting things
Well,
in
yeah, I always think my friend Amanda, she was only talking to me the other day. She was like, I remember when you got up on stage like years ago, and you were introducing yourself and said, oh, I do stuff on grief or whatever, and had a laugh. And she was like, she was saying to me, well, I thought, well, I'm going to get to go there. I'm going to get to know that girl, because whatever she's talking about. And I suppose to me, it's not real. It's a big fat lie.
Oh, can you say more about that? Because people are going to be, what do you mean it's not real?
I know.
I know you've dealt with that before too.
And well, it's like what oh gosh, how do you explain it?
I know words it's an energetic thing, but
it's an energetic thing in the sense that I suppose, with different people that I've done different sessions with over the years, it's like they go into this conclusion of basically, I'm all alone. Well, that's one of them, but the other one is I can't, they want to hold on to something. They want to make it real so as that they don't forget it. Don't forget their loved one, whether it's, an animal, a friend, or it's like, but why would you do that? And why wouldn't you celebrate the being that was in your life?
Yes.
And acknowledge them. And I mean, and to me, the more that we celebrate and we have joy for that person, the more that energy flows through to them. Because as an infinite being, as a being, they don't die. Their body dies.
Yes.
And it's like, what they've gone wherever they've gone. But it's like, why why not acknowledge the, talk about or acknowledge this wonderful being or not being or whatever that has been here. What are you trying to create by, closing in, concluding in that, and with that, of course, then when you be that, you're unable to receive.
Yes. Wow. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And so it's like, what? Yeah, like it's and I know it's probably, for some people, they will probably be like, oh, how could I say how can I say it's a lie? But the three things that are made the most significant in this reality are grief,
Yes.
sadness, and I think the third one is time or sickness.
Uh-huh.
That are sort of, this is the way it has to be, and it doesn't have to be this way at all.
Right.
Yeah.
I had a beloved cat die, and I was doing a more this reality grief, and I realized what's really going on. And it was, oh, wait a minute. I had this life plan where my cats would outlive me, and I would have, I put them put it in a trust, and I had it all planned out. And I'm like, that just poked a hole in my plan. That was a lot of what was going on. My stability. This is the way things are. And I just wonder if that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah, well, that's true, actually. It's like, well, and that is sad,
Yeah.
like in a sense is that we we've stopped work, or they've stopped work, and we were planning we're going to do this, this, and this. So now what do we do? Because that future's been taken away.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, 180-degree turn. What else is truly possible here? The thing is, question. And the other side of it is that always used to blow me away is that, you're still alive.
Yes.
You're still alive. So what do you want to choose now?
Yes.
Do you want to die with the other person who's died, which a lot of people do, or do you want to continue living?
Yes.
And a lot of people choose the other.
Yeah. If not actually killing their bodies, just energetically kind of dying.
Just energetically choosing, because it's like it's just energetically they unable to make a choice, I suppose, or unable to, because this reality is so set in place.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. Isn't it? It's so set in place. This is the way, like, this is the way it's going to be. This is the way it is. And we're saying, hey, what if there's something different here? Right. What if, 180 degrees, left turn.
Left turn. Well, I think that's amazing. And I want to thank you so much for being on the show, Wendy. You're going to be giving people a lot to consider when they listen to your podcast. And you can always book a private session with Wendy.
Absolutely.
Grief or caregiving or anything. So thank you.
Thank you, Marilyn. So cool to see you.
Yes. Hope to see you in person sometime soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining this episode of Left Turn. I wonder what embracing left turns could create in your life. What magical possibilities might show up. Remember, when you choose left turns, you are joining a group of the most creative and brilliant people the world has ever known.